amazing new energy coming. So people have been asking me, and I thought I would just come here live to share with you. This is an amazing time and what to do with this energy coming up. First of all, I think it's pretty cool how we have the new moon, which is January 29th, and we have um, the Chinese New Year. So this is just pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to talk about first of all what to do with that, and then we're moving into the year of the snake. This is a very cool time to be alive. As we know, we see all kinds of stuff, and I've been waiting for this forever. I've been predicting for 20 years, and it's so nice to see people awakening up, and it's only going to continue to move into that direction and awaken and listening to our intuition and tapping into that energy. So the new moon is going to be in Aquarius, which Aquarians, those of you out there, happy birthday. They're all about breaking the rules, shining their light. This is a time to really break free. So I think this is really cool how the new moon goes in line with the Chinese New Year, even if we're not, even if you're not from China or you live in China, as I live in America here, still the energy of anytime, and let me explain this, the energy of a conscious mindset and of the collective. So collective is one person, energy is contagious, and wherever that energy goes, it spreads. So even if it's all the way across the whole world, we're going to pick that energy up. So we have the Chinese New Year that is all celebration and in this excitement, just like July 4th. And so that energy is going to spread. So let's jump on this energy, right? Let's jump on this energy train, no matter where we're at, because it's all a celebration and it's excitement. So this is where we're going into. So then we also have the new moon we have the new moon coming in, and the new moon is all at Aquarius time. So Aquarius is all, and we shift into Aquarius time. So we have all of this energy of new. And then we're into snake year. So let's break this down. First of all, we have the new moon of the new year, and all of us know a new year means new energy. But the cool thing about this is we have a double new energy because we have the new moon in a new energy of Aquarius times. So Aquarius times, already been saying this, all structures are going to fall. And then we have the snake on top of this, and the snake is about shedding the skin. So this new moon is going to propel us and shift us into new things in our life that are going to move out of the things that no longer serve us. So the stress, the worry, the concern, the old outdated belief systems, the old stuff that we've been so inundated with, the indoctrination, all of that we've been into forever is going to be leaving our life. So we're going to be purging out of that. We're going to want to be into this new energy with the new moon. I see some people coming here live with me. Hey everyone, I'm talking about the new moon. From India, wow, that's far away. I'm talking about the Chinese New Year too. Oh, somebody's here from China, I think, right? Did I just see that? Talking about the new year too, in China and how the new year is going to be even into this new moon. I think it's pretty cool how it's both on the same day. So this new energy is going to propel us out of the old. We're going to continue to see the breakdown of society, of the old ways, of the structures and all of that. So moving into the new, and this is globally, not just United States. And it's so cool to see everybody here from everywhere. Malaysia, oh my gosh. My friend is married to a Malaysian and they lived there for many years. And I was like, oh, that sounds so cool over there. It sounds amazing. Oh, awesome. Thank you. So happy to see you guys from Ohio. I'm from Ohio, actually from Galena, Ohio, Hoover Dam. I grew up on there. And my whole family is still up there. I hope you guys are nice and warm. It's too cold for me to be there. I am not there. I'm in Florida here in Sarasota. So this new moon is what it's inviting us to do, and it's going to happen no matter what. So anything that is no longer serving you or you've outgrown, and I'm sure you've been feeling this could be friendships, this could be your relationship, this could be your job, this could be anything where you go and you just get into and it makes you feel small or just makes you put your shoulders up and or gives you a headache. You're not going to be able to sustain that anymore into this new world. And you're really going to want to speak your truth. You're going to be like, this just isn't working for me anymore. And in the past, you could have gone into fear and stayed into that system because you made that commitment 20 years ago to that marriage, and you're doing it for your children or you're doing it for whatever, but it's not authentically who you are anymore. So the cool thing is right now, we're going to move forward. We are a new person. Every single person is going to feel this new energy. And it's going to be up to you if you move into the new earth. We've been hearing this about new earth. It is a new earth. It's a new world. It's a new energy. So we're moving into this new way of being. So the cool thing is this new energy is really going to help propel us into that. And it's going to happen fast. I see fast shifting. No longer is things taking a way to show up in ours. I wrote the book Manifest Anything You Want in 30 Days back in 2011. That seems like forever ago. The energy to manifest then was we had to go through a lot more doors and obstacles to open up to manifest and bring into reality. Now it's just seriously like you can just shift that crap to the side and you can just line up and quantum leap into your desires. And it's so cool. Sigma, can you say hi? Yes, hi Sigma. Where are you staying? Okay, let me see here. I'm reading some of these here. Oh yeah, I have my horse whisperer. I'm getting ready to go see some horses today. I work with animals too. I will be in Ocala tomorrow. So we're in this new time. It's really cool. So I wanted to talk about this, the new energy of the new moon coming in. So this is a time to really look at and do new, okay? Like get out, do something that scares the bejesus out of you. Being comfortable is killing your growth. Being comfortable is killing your growth. So if you are and we all know this, we don't move out of relationships or out of jobs until we get very uncomfortable, until we get very angry or very agitated. And it doesn't always mean like you have to move out of the relationship. You may have to move out of the stuckness within some kind of part of the relationship to communicate, to move out. So I want to make sure I'm telling that right. But this is the time to really jump into whatever scares the bejesus out of you. Jump, dive, trust, get into the energy of, whatever makes you fear, because that's going to grow you. So inviting you to do something new. You go to yoga, go to the front of the class. I'm one of these people that like to be in the back of the class. Just yesterday, I tested myself too in Pilates. I went to a different part that I wouldn't normally. Go to do different things, buy different things, get a haircut, do whatever it is that scares the bejesus out of you to get into the new, and this is going to help you grow. Because not only do we have the new moon helping us this, we also have the Chinese New Year. So we have a lot of new. And then on top of that, we have snake energy. So we have the snake. This year I love this because it's Kundalini, and I work with Kundalini for many years in my goddess retreats and my goddess days. And just letting you guys know, if you are a woman, because my goddess retreats are women, and I will be doing my goddess retreat, and people have been asking me about it. It's in Sedona. I finally got a date because we kept on doing different dates. So it's going to be the weekend of the 17th. So it's going to be that weekend. You can find out more on this though on my website, vicki-miller.com. Love my goddess retreats. Love Sedona. If you've never been to Sedona, and I'm so excited because I've been doing goddess retreats in Sedona for many years. But this year, it's the vortex is just going to clear out so much stuff. So that's on the side note. But we're talking about the snake year. So let's talk about the snake. The year of the snake. Kundalini is one of my favorite energies to work with. And Kundalini, we all have it. It's in the base of our spine, and a lot of it lays dormant for many years because it is our power, it's our strength, it's our authentic self, it's our truth. And when you unwind and you align to your Kundalini and allow it to come out, and the Kundalini is extreme power. This is the time that the Kundalini is going to come up. This is the year to really work with Kundalini. Kundalini could do Kundalini breath, the breath of fire. We do this in my retreats. You can work with Kundalini yoga. Kundalini yoga is more breath. It's not necessarily regular yoga poses. So this is the year that we're going to be shedding our skin. What do snakes do? They shed our skin. It's a rebirth. It's a rebirth of everything, society, ourselves, all of this. It's so cool because now we're rebirthing into a new us, a new global, the universe, the earth. We're going to continue to see the earth break down in so many ways with weather. Yes, some of the weather's modified, but some of it is Mother Nature purging and clearing out the toxicity within the earth. And I go over much more of this too, deeper on all of this on my podcast, Spotify, Magical Big U, Vicki Miller. I have tons of podcasts out there and would definitely tell you about what's coming because I just did one. And I did one on here too about Trump, Elon Musk, biblical times, and the shows. And I would definitely tell you to go watch these shows. Man in the High Castle, Stranger Things, and extinction, because this is where we're all going into all those combined energies, and this is the new energy that we're going to be merging into. It's going to be very interesting times, put it that way. And we're going to definitely see AI. As we know, AI is pretty much going to take over the world, and so it's really important to like get into it, because if not, you're going to be left behind. No matter where you're at, we can all use AI. So AI is going to continue to grow and expand, and that's what we're moving into, because we have Aquarius times right now. So Aquarius times, so on top of it, we move to Aquarius times. So I just posted this the other day too. We just had the major shift from the six planets that you can see in the sky. I have not seen them yet because it's been cloudy here. I hope that you guys have been able to see them, which is I'm kind of bummed about. But this is the first time ever in the Aquarius times. Yes, we've had that before, but not in the Aquarius times. We are now in Aquarius times for the next 23 years. We move from Earth, and we move from the earth energy and water energy to air and fire. So this is really going to, like, especially for the earth signs, if you guys are an earth sign, it's going to put that fire into your and keep that kundalini going, and it's going to fire you up and bring that passion in and get movement, because earth signs, I am an earth sign, I'm a Taurus. And you know, we like stability, and we like it here, and we'll take some time, and we're very patient. Well, this is going to be the time where everyone, not just earth signs, if you're a fire sign, if you're a fire sign, you could be very impulsive for the next 23 years. So just be aware of that, because your fire is really going to be burning as we come through here. So this is going to be a time of a lot of innovative. We're going to see all kinds of technology take off, the stars, the space, the aliens, the UFOs, like the drones, all of this. It's going to be globally though. And this year of the snake is going to be shedding. So think about your own life. Where do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of? What belief do you need to let go of? What inner child healing do you need to let go of? Where do you need to rise above? Because we're given this energy this year to really drop, let go, release all of those toxic energies that we've been holding inside, and be authentically with who we are and create a new story, because our stories define who we are. They define our identity, they define who we are. So this is a really cool, powerful time on us really opening up to our full potential and getting out of the noise. I've been, seeing this a lot, where obviously I'm on all social media and have been for 20 years. I've been online, working online for 20 years. My readings and everything, all I need is a name and a picture. But this is the thing where I've been seeing it becomes very addictive. You get online and you're like scrolling. And you got to know that all of that energy, whether it's good or bad, and especially if it's bad, it's going into your brain on your subconscious level. So this is why the first thing in my book, Manifest Anything You Want in 30 Days, gotta delete the news, gotta get off the negative energy. What you hear is going into your energy field. What you see is going into your energy field. What you talk about, you're creating. So you're going to be feeling more too. And so this is feel into the things that make you feel amazing and get out of those habits. The scrolling is mindless. Just this morning, we all do it. This morning I started and I was like, oh my God, I just got to stop doing this. This is such useless of my time and useless of my energy. And we don't realize this. So get out into nature as much as you can, because the more you work on your inner child, the more you work on yourself, the more you work on uplifting your energy and the frequency this year, you are going to quantum leap and have the best year ever. And we're going to see this division of two different people. Well, actually kind of four. I saw different timelines the other day. We're going to see divisions big time. And people are going to grow at their own rate. No judgment wherever you go. It's your own growth, whatever you want to do. But I would invite you to work on yourself and grow where you want to grow. So in other words, you want to be in the energy that makes you feel expansive. You don't want to be in the energy of what makes you feel small, right? This is the time. And the cool thing about the Aquarius new moon, it's all about us doing our freak flag, whatever is your gift or you've been holding in really tight to yourself. You've been not letting people know. This is the time to let people know. This is the time to be authentically non-apologetic, not sorry, and speak your truth and speak up. That's what this whole year is about. Those things that you've gone through in your life, use them as gifts right now to really elevate your energy, elevate who you are, because we've got a fresh, clean, we got a fresh, clean year. The number 9 of numerology of 2025, it's still hard for me to say that. I'm like, oh my God, we're in 2025 and time's only going to speed up. So 2025 is a nine year. This is, and we're in snake shedding skin. I mean, it was just like double energy, just crazy energy here. It's just like forcing us to go through a birthing canal to get new. And so all structures are going to be falling. And I know this freaks a lot of people out because when I say money, everybody's like, oh, money. Yes, we're going to be moving into new money. I wouldn't be surprised. Even this new moon, I wouldn't be surprised. People have been asking me about crypto. They've been asking me about money. This new moon, I wouldn't be surprised if we start hearing more about crypto. We are moving into a crypto. We are moving into, they're going to try to move us into a one world everything, right? They're going to try to. I don't know if that's going to succeed, but I do see a new money coming in. United States is the biggest karma year. We are going to be falling as United States. USA is going to rise up in a whole different way. We're going to see a big civil war within this. I mean, to get new and get change, and when things die out, because that's what we're doing, it's dying. It needs to die. The old needs to die. You're going to see a lot of people irritated and fear and like all over the place. So this is why I'm coming on here to help you guys be in the energy of power, be in the energy of like, oh my God, this is awesome. Because if something dies out of your life, it actually is going to help you open up to the new, and it's going to rejuvenate you. It's going to make you feel better, and it's going to bring in something new. So we're going to see the death of United States. We're going to see the death of the money, the way money is made. We're going to see the death of the government, the death of school systems. I was just laughing the other day because I've been saying this about school systems. You know, the old way of going to college, kids graduate, they go to college, and get a job, and they're in $100,000 of debt coming out of college, and they're paying this off their whole rest of their life. This is all indoctrination. I mean, it's a genius idea. It's genius on how to keep people in debt, and that's exactly what it was. And do you guys know that the school system was made for factory workers, and we're in 2025? We don't have factories anymore. Well, most of us don't have factories, right? So if we start thinking about this, and now if you see the schools, there's so many different, like I've been saying this, I don't see colleges being so much. So people are saying, oh yeah, in 5 years when my kids are in college. And I'm like, there's not going to be colleges. Will there still be some? Yes. But we're going to see colleges change tremendously. Already a lot of them have gone online. Already we see a lot of technical schools popping up. And already we see a lot of kids diving deep into being influencers in a whole bunch of different ways of doing different things. Well, now we're going to even see so much different by the end of this year. There's going to be new jobs. There's going to be new things because we have AI. I mean, this is so cool for me because since I was 5, I was medium psychic. I can see so much and hear so much. And this is new stuff I haven't even seen. So I look out into the future and I see med beds. I see all these new different careers. And so I told my son, he's very techie, a gamer. How many gamers do we have out there? And my son is 17 and a half and graduating this year, my 5th one. What a difference from schools and kids from my oldest is 32 down to 17. Totally different energy, as we all know, as kids are different, and they will only continue to be different. So I told him, I said, you need to go into something AI, like anything AI. You are going to, or working on AI or working on robots, because anything techie, that is our future. And that is where everything's going. And so we're going to see this change. And the other thing is, biggest thing is, because people have been telling me, oh, I'm trying to plan my next year out, or I'm trying to plan my next 5 years out. That is not happening. We are going to be, so much change is going to happen so fast. By the end of this year, even me, I'm planning my goddess retreat in the middle of May. I'm planning it. So much could change by then because we're going to see upheaval. We're going to see the weather change. We're going to see volcanoes, the ring of fire come alive. I've been talking about this. Already has been happening. Ring of fire goes all the way down to Asia, around Japan. Japan already had the earthquakes. We're going to see a lot more of that though. Because I see some of you guys in different places. So we're going to see that volcanoes coming alive. It's the inner earth that's going to shed its skin with this year of the snake. So the inner earth is purging all those toxic energies that it's had in here forever. Think about the wars. We started war has been around forever, all about religion, which I think religion is the stupidest thing because everybody fights about the same thing, a higher power, that their way, this way, this way. So it's just a big, religion's big taboo. But that's my thoughts here. But think about it. We've had wars from the beginning of time. I'm a big Viking fan. I watch Vikings. Vikings were the biggest terrorists ever. They just would go in and kill people. I was watching on the Vikings the other day. I'm like, oh my God, my friend was like, they're killing the priest. I'm like, yeah, they don't care. They just go in there and kill people. That's what they did. That's what they got off on. That's what they did, right? So think of all that energy from the beginning of time that's in our earth. Me being a medium, I will tell you this. So everything has energy imprints. So we have all this death of people dying, but it's not even the energy. Dead people don't hold on to energy, right? Our spirit and our soul goes to the other side. So it's not the dead person. It's the energy within them fighting and the anger and the bloodshed, right? And if you look at Vikings, it was just brutal, like so brutal. So imagine that energy going onto Earth. So being a medium, I can go anywhere and read the energy, obviously see dead people too. I remember moving to Northern California, and I lived outside of Auburn from Florida. And I'm like, why am I seeing all these dead Asian people? I had no clue because in Ohio, we were never taught in Ohio that Pearl Harbor, that they took the Asians in California and kind of put them in concentration camps. I didn't know this. I had no clue. And so I saw all these dead Asian people, and then I learned a lot about history that I didn't know. And then I also learned that they're still buried in a lot of the tunnels, and they're still buried. There's a tons of dead people still living in there. So back to the dead people. They do hold on to energy because they hold on to an energy imprint. So you put all of that into the earth. And the other thing about Auburn was at night, Auburn's beautiful. I know if anybody lives in Auburn, loved it. I lived on 5 acres on top of the mountain, gorgeous, tons of goats and horses, and it was just beautiful. But the thing about it was at night, and also it was gold town. So it was also a lot of gold miners killed each other, and there was still gold mining there. It was really cool. Down in the river, they would still find gold and everything. And my neighbor's yard had a gold mine still in their yard. And I would see a dead gold miner, and it was trying to screw with us. And it was trying to screw my deaf dog, a Great Dane. She would sit there and look at it and bark like nonstop, and she did not really do that much, and she did with this. And we had a lot of things anyways with that. And they were mean. They were mean people. They would just go kill. They were like Vikings, right? So imagine all that energy in the earth. And at nighttime, it would get kind of creepy. And we had these amazing, and shadow people were there. That's a whole nother podcast. But there was these trees that had these oak trees. And they were kind of the creepy ones that you see in movies and stuff, and they were all over. Well, trees absorb the energy, and they're actually healing the earth. Trees heal earth, and they actually heal us too. That's why when you hug a tree, it takes your energy and it helps with the stress. So I believe all these dead Asian people, and at night we get creepy, and then there was also shadow people. Those trees would absorb that energy, and at night it would get really creepy, and that energy would be out dispersed into Auburn. And there was a lot of different things that happened there and stuff. So I'm just sharing with you one way. So imagine all of this energy from all of our life here on Earth that Mother Earth has been absorbing. Well, that has to go somewhere because we're moving into a new energy. We're moving into Aquarius Times, which is uplifting. We're moving from land into the air. This is why we're also getting innovated. Aquarius Times is also about innovative space. This is why Elon Musk is taking over freaking space. Gotta listen to my podcast on that because not necessarily good either. He's going to, yeah, that's a whole nother podcast here that I did do. So we have that, and then we have this energy coming up and out. So this is why we're going to see eruptions within the earth. This is when the volcanoes are going to come up and they're going to clear out. This is when earthquakes. I used to live in Santa Barbara, California. Earthquakes, you could feel them coming, and you would get dizzy, and even not being psychic, people would get dizzy, and you would feel it in your belly. And I would start feeling shaking before it even happened. And I would know, right? So think about earthquakes. They're fascinating. They're so cool because the earth is moving and cracking and opening up and releasing. So we're going to continue to see this. We're going to continue to see a rise in fires too. Are some of these modified and done on purpose? Absolutely. Are there going to be smart cities? Yep. we'll see how this all turns out, right? Like I can only go so much here on Spotify. I can say a lot of stuff and they don't take me down. So go over there. So anyways, we have this that we're going to continue to see. We're going to see Japan, all these Asian places, like all this. I want to visit. My son has always wanted to go to Japan. We're supposed to go to Japan. And I'm like, oh my God, okay. So when can we go? Because there's going to be tsunamis. There's going to be earthquakes. There's going to be fires. There's going to be flooding. We're going to see flooding, especially in March when the eclipse season happens. But this is all a purging time. All storms, too, are going to be very brutal and very big. So it's warning you all, not fearing you. Listen to your intuition. If they say there's a storm coming, take it seriously. If they say there's rain and flooding, as I do see in the West Coast, next is going to be mudslides, as we know, where those places were in fires. Take it seriously because we are going to see this, but also know that it's the Earth's way of purging and clearing out. Yes, a lot of this is modified, some's not, but it's a cleansing and clearing, a reset of the Earth. So we are a part of the Earth. Our root chakra is a part of the earth. So our own life is going to be cleansing and clearing out too. That inner story, that inner energy, you're going to want to get it out. You're going to be like, clear this out, like get this out. And, it's going to be hard for a lot of people that are used to having structure and used to being planners and used to planning into the future. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that at all. It's being in the flow and trusting. And that's what this energy is asking us to do. It's asking us just to trust, to take that leap of faith, to take that risk, to go out there, but go out there with a positive mindset because what you believe, you're right. Just did a podcast. You're always right. If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you can't. Whatever you believe to be your reality is going to become your reality. And this is the time where things are really going to start showing up for you and you're going to see your beliefs. I can tell every single person, not just by being a medium psychic. I can tell everything by what you speak about. Because I was just at the other day on this, I was at this businesswoman luncheon, and I heard some speakers and the speakers of their stories and how this one speaker was talking about how difficult it's going to be successful and how much she had to do all this stuff and to be successful and her success. And I think the word success too is so overrated because each success is just not business. To me, success isn't. And that my biggest thing for me successful has been my children. I have been an entrepreneur and done a lot in business and manifested a lot and done so many things, and I have been successful. But for me, it's being a mom. So, that's another thing. But talking to her and listening to her, it was just such fascinating because I could hear everything in her story because this is our life, is our story. What we speak about, we become. So we hold on to the past, and in her story, what she believed that she had to do to be this success, she had to go through all of those steps. And she's projecting it out onto other people that you're going to have to do this. You're going to have to be this hard life. You're going to have to sacrifice. I hate the word sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice to get this. This is all a belief. This is all a belief. And this is what you've been, oh, but I do have to sacrifice. Why? Why do you have to sacrifice? If you believe you have to sacrifice, you have to sacrifice. So this is the cool thing that we are now allowed, all that stuff's being washed away. Those stories are being washed away, the indoctrination's being washed away, and we got to start. We got to start with a new story. We got to start with a new us. We got to start with, what do we really want? What is the story we want to create? And that is what this new moon is going to pull within us. And we're going to start feeling different, sensing different, back to also our intuition. Our intuition is coming alive. Every single person is intuitive, but it's really going to be coming alive. Okay, so we're all given this gift. Our intuition is that feeling, but we numb it out. We start thinking way too much. We put too much power into our mind, into our thoughts, into beliefs, right? So I would suggest to you, start feeling, because your feelings is your intuition, and your intuition is 100% accurate. And your intuition is going to lead you to your destiny, and your intuition is going to lead you to your highest vision for yourself. And if you do this, you're going to be amazed in 2025, because that snake energy of shedding the old beliefs, the blocks, the hesitation, the fear, allow that to be shed and really step into your power and feel. Every single person is going to be feeling. Now, what you do with it, Totally different. If you decide to stay in that relationship and you feel suffocated, or you decide to be in that job and you're like, I feel suffocated, it is going to manifest somewhere in your body, and it is going to live somewhere in your body, and it will make you sick. And not only will it make you sick, it can cause disease, could even cause death, and can go to all areas of your life. Now your finances are going to be death. Everything bleeds from you. So you got to realize that. I had cancer at 28, healed my cancer myself, started realizing how I brought it to myself, done a podcast on that too. So knowing that this is the time right now, it's so cool that this new moon is all about unleashing, activating, shifting us in to who we really are and who we're meant to be here on earth and our destiny. Will catastrophe happen? Yes, absolutely. Shit has to happen for us to get out of that comfort zone to move to different places, right? I also had I had a client. I mean, I've had thousands of clients. I've been doing this a long time. I had a client. I went into her home. I do house clearings. I went into her home and I said, I was like, wow. She still had the 3 bedrooms. Her sons were still 40 years old. She had major health issues. She was in a job that she hated, and she really wanted to move out of the job. And then I went into her rooms of her children that were like 30 and 40 years old, and they were still like still the same from when they were 10. I'm like, whoa, you were living in the past. You're in the past. Like, you can't move forward. This is suffocating you. This is killing. It's going to kill you. She got really, really, really sick. And I told her, I said, if you don't clear this out and move into the forward, into the future, the universe is going to come in and do it for you. I know this has happened to me many times. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. And the universe is like, oh yeah, really? We're going to make it happen then. And you don't want to get to that. Trust me, like, stuff happens. And so is what happened with her. She hesitated, obviously, because she was still living in the past. And back to energy imprints, that's the energy that she's holding on to. It continued to fluster into her life and her health, and started getting worse and worse and worse. And I told her, I said, if you don't let this go, this house, I said, you got to let this house go. In order to get change, and when you change, you get change. I'm like, you need to change. This house has so many memories, so much energy. Everything's in your heart. Like, let this go so you can start fresh, new. And guess what happened? A hurricane came in, wiped the whole house out, like totally wiped it out. She had to move. This is what happens, is the universe is going to do this year. And guess what? She quit her job. She got healthy. She feels great. She's amazing now because she finally did it, right? So the cool thing about this time right now is the snake energy of this year. If we allow those things to go, if we stand up and speak up, if we go to our authentic selves fearlessly, right? Letting go of the fear, letting go of those negative stories that we're holding so close to, letting go of those traumas. We've all have stories. We all have traumas. Trust me, we all have it. I've been through there and done that too. I have had cancer, married to a narcissist. I've done it all. And I think that's one of the reasons why I am so good at what I do. Not only am I a medium psychic, I can go in there and emphasize with you, like, yeah, I did it. And was it scary as hell to leave being very wealthy and go very poor? Absolutely. But it made me manifest, and it was a catalyst for me to step into my power. There were so many gifts within what I chose, because we all choose our life. So this is the time to really cut those cords to the things that are holding us back, to cut those things and really tune into our intuition, trust. And that was the final thing I want to talk about here, is my guides keep saying, is trust and be present. So let's talk about this. We are such busy human beings. We use this. I mean, how many of us use this? Oh, I'm too busy. I can't do that. Oh, I'm too busy. And we think busy's good. You tell somebody you're busy, you're like, oh, that's really good. It's so horrible. Busy means you're running in all different directions. You're not present with your body. You're not present with your intuition, and you're not here enjoying the moment of being in gratitude. That's what busy means, right? Can you be busy? And I would prefer a different word, because busy to me means you're not present, right? How many of us aren't present? And present is where the gifts are. Present is where you're in the energy of gratitude. Present actually is where we're attracting from, especially in this new energy of Aquarius times. We're no longer going. We're no longer wanting. We're no longer go, 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 go. Because when you go, 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 you're actually pushing away all that energy. And now your body's sitting there in Aquarius times and it's saying, I want to feel, I want to be present, I want to be here. Most people are not. If you're in your mind all the time, thinking, if you're doing, if you're feeling every moment with action, with doing something, you're not present. And how many of us, I mean, I have 5 kids. I remember multitasking, doing many things. I mean, I had my baby, I was nursing it, I was doing dishes, I was doing all kinds of things. And I remember my children talking to me, and in my head I'm thinking something, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Was I present with my children? No, I wasn't. I wasn't. And I started realizing, wow, this is horrible, right? Being present with eating. Do you stand up? Do you walk around? Do you do things? You're not present. And so being present has shifted my life. And this is the thing, for 20 years of me coaching, teaching, workshops, everything. The first thing I hear for every single person, slow down and be present. Just be present, give right now, because this is the only moment we have. All we have is the promises are right here. We don't have a promise of our future. And if we live in our past, we're holding on to baggage. We're not moving forward. And when we go too forward into our future, then we're getting into fear. We're getting into stress. We're getting into the energy of time, which will stress everybody out, right? So it's about being present. So this is the year to be present. Slow down. Get out of your mind space. Slow down. Eat slower, talk slower, walk slower. Will bring you right into your root center. Breathe, bringing that breath in, sitting throughout the day with no guilt. The house is a mess. Like right now, if you saw my house, I have shit all over. I don't have time right now. I'm doing that, and I'm going to be present. I'm going to be present with my body. So it's really about being in the energy of being here and now. When you're talking to somebody, you be present. When you're eating, you taste the food. You sit there and you be present. All of these energies of being present, you're going to see a shift in your world immediately. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to be healthier. You're going to start attracting from the energy here, and you're going to start manifesting and really feeling your feelings. We haven't felt our feelings, right? We ignore our feelings. And this happens a lot. I just did my VIP healing day. And if you need any help with this is my passion, is helping you. I zoom in and I do VIP healing days. We can clear that shit. I'm there 3 to 5 hours, whatever it takes. We're going to clear all that. And I just worked with this woman, and she was not present. She was busy, like all over the place all the time. And guess what? She had a lot of grief in her body. And this is a lot of people. She just went through, her husband died, or her father died. Somebody else died. She had like 3 deaths all in within a year. And I'm a medium, so I know grief, right? And it hits us physically too. And she didn't want to deal with it. I mean, how many people do this? We either turn to alcohol, we turn to drugs, we turn to something to just numb ourselves out so we don't have to go there. We don't want to feel, like, who wants to feel sadness? Who wants to feel ugliness? We don't want to do that. So is what we do. We keep ourselves busy. We keep ourselves occupied. And really, we're just existing then. We're not even really living life, because we're not feeling, because our body is here meant to feel. And so we went in there and shifted so much. And she just, in the very beginning, because I'll first start, I'm like, she's moving, obviously moving to a whole new energy, a whole new place, has a new job, just like all of this fear was coming up, just anxiety. Anxiety is always fear too. So if you guys have anxiety, it's always fear. I just worked with another person, asthma's fear too. So we worked on it. And the whole big thing was in her gut, which is where we're present, right? She had gut issues, health issues. Your gut also talks to you too. Your gut is like, health-wise, is everything, whether it's a pet or a person. So with that, we get into that, and I'm like, okay, like, how does it feel to be present, right? Like, we got her to being present. She's like, oh my God, I've never felt this way. I've never felt. And she was probably, I think she's close to 50. And I'm like, 50 years and you've never felt. Do you know how many people are like this? And then and I told her it was going to hit her physical body. So we're going to see this, and this is why I'm sharing with you. So when you start changing and shifting your energy, your physical body is going to also start purging. She said, oh my God, I projected vomit. I have never done, like, ever this much in my life, like nonstop. Is this normal? I'm like, yes, you had to get out all that fear. You had to get out all that. And now your body's like, I want to be present. And now she's shifted and done so much different right now. And so when you shift your energy and when you become present is when you're going to feel. And so physically, your physical body is now sinking into your body. And this is when healing is going to happen. This is when your health is going to improve. This is when you feel good and rejuvenated. And then when you feel good and rejuvenated, this is when your energy field is all nice and clean and happy too. And your energy field is what's attracting at all times, those frequencies, those people, those things, those situations, the money, all the things that you're wanting. So it all starts with you. And this is what this year is all about, is you. All of us is us. So it's putting those boundaries up to things that make us not feel bad. It's putting the boundaries up of us being busy and not giving to ourselves. It's putting those boundaries up to any situation that makes you feel small and the frequency. And yes, it could be family. It could be, you know, at Thanksgiving, you're like, oh, I have to go to Aunt Sue's and I just don't like Aunt Sue. She drives me insane. She's negative Nelly. She makes me feel bad. Don't go to Aunt Sue's. Just because Aunt Sue is your family, they may be your biggest teacher on putting up your boundaries and saying enough. They might be that person because that's what we have. We have all these people. So this means this is the year to really go within and get away from all the static and the noise outside. This is the time to detox, quit being around things. The number one thing in my book, Manifest Anything You Want in 30 Days, the news, get it off. The news is all negative. Oh, well, I watch this news. This news is good. I hear this all the time. Oh, well, I watch this side. I mean, especially here in the United States where everybody's both sides. All politics are evil. All of them. There's somebody up higher up that's doing the wand anyways. There's somebody else that they're just puppets, right? So the news is all negative no matter what you listen to, because that subconscious energy, is the news ever positive and says, oh, there's Henrietta is living to be 150 and this happened? No, they're talking about war, politics, anything negative, right? That negative energy is going into your subconscious mindset and it's going into you, and it could either be causing fear, it's causing something in your energy field. But this is all negativity. This is people just chatting about gossip, or if they're gossiping or they're talking in negative, oh, I can't afford this, I can't do this, I can't do that, right? Okay, well, I mean, how many older people talk about how sick they are, how they don't feel good, right? All of that is negative energy. So start weaning yourselves off and start putting those boundaries up. I promise you, just a day, just one day, without listening to anything negative, without being in the negative energy. You got to realize our ears are our wombs, what we hear, what we see. All of that energy is going into our body and it's making us who we are. It's conforming us. And somewhere subconsciously, if it's negative energy, it's going to nag at us. It's going to become things, right? It's going to become your story. You're going to start believing that. So this is the time to step away from that. This is the time to lean out of that. Lean into something new. Did you know? So our physical body health all manifests from your emotional well-being. Been health institute for many years. Can't stress that enough. Okay, that's the first thing we do at my VIP healing days. That's why I've helped heal cancer. That's why I've helped heal all this stuff, because it starts emotionally. You have to heal the emotional, the root cause. You have to heal in order to heal everything. You can go in for the surgery of your back for the umpteenth time. I hear this all the time. I'm like, yeah, well, really, it's your foundation. We need to, there's something here in your inner child back when you're 4 or 5 or whatever year it is that we really need to heal, because you're going to keep, your body is amazing. It's the wisdom and it's a miracle, and it's sitting here screaming at you and saying, hello, I don't feel good because, and you're not listening to me. So I'm going to keep on feeling worse. Now I'm going to create an illness. Now I'm going to create a disease. All right, well, now I'll just die. This is seriously where we are going to be feeling this and manifesting this so much faster. So it's so important to listen to your energy in your body. And the year of the snake, we are given this gift this year of just shedding that, letting go of that indoctrination, letting go of those old beliefs, letting go of those feelings that make us feel bad, and living authentically of who we are and really standing into our power, because that's what Kundalini is. That's what the Kundalini energy is. It's the most powerful energy there is. Now, a lot of people think that living in their power and putting up boundaries means they're not nice, means they're, I remember this person in the past. She's like, but then I think I'm a bitch if I tell people, what? You're number one, and how people treat you is up to you. I've lived that. I've lived with a narcissist. I was married to a narcissist, learned so much how I was a part of it. I allowed it. I allowed it. I attracted it. I allowed it. I was codependent, all kinds of stuff there. And I'm sure many of you have been in a narcissist relationship for many times. And they can really screw you up mentally to make you think that you're the problem and gaslight you and all kinds of things. But they're also the gift for you to stand into your power. So when you start putting those boundaries up and you start telling people, you're not allowed to treat me like this, I don't want to be a part of this negative energy. This is when your frequency is going to live and it's going to grow and it's going to be this amazing person. And who cares if they think you're a bitch? I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. Think of that. You don't want, if you want to rise into your highest potential, also don't take anything personally. Don't take anything personally. Everybody projects their own stuff on you. So that I know is hard for a lot of people that are an empath or that are very sensitive. I know it's hard, but seriously, that's their own stuff. They're all projecting their own stuff. People will tell you who they are in the first sentence. I just started, well, I'm not dating right now, but I was dating a while ago. And I remember this guy, the first sentence. So listen to people. I'm sharing with you my date, but they will listen to them and no, you cannot change them. We don't even like to change ourselves. And I think it's funny when people want to change somebody else. You can't change them. Don't want to change them, right? So the guy tells me, we just met. And it's the first sentence. He's like, I'm not the jealous type. I'm like, I didn't even ask this guy if he's jealous. Like, what is he talking? I'm like, oh, he's a jealous type. Because he just told me this in the first sentence, because that's in his head. That's what he's thinking about. I'm not the jealous type. Who says that? In the first sentence you meet somebody, I'm like, okay, he's the jealous type. Ding, 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 red flag, get out. And I started listening to people. So become a really good listener. Be a good listener on everything. And then you're also being present, right? This is the year to be really present with your body. Be a good listener at work. Be a good listener with a relationship. Be a good listener because you're going to hear everything within that first sentence. People tell you who they are. And do you want to be around this person? Everybody reads energy. You already are feeling intuitive. And now our intuition's on like crazy. It's like way open. So now it's time for us to trust. And that's the other word I heard this year, trust. Get into the energy of trust, trusting yourself. I think that's one of the hardest things. I've been teaching intuition development and my school, Magical University, for 15, 17 years. And I just think that, you know, the number one thing I do is try to teach trust, because trust becomes, I think trust is overrated too. Like in relationships, we're like, oh, I don't trust you, or I need to trust you. We can't even trust ourselves. Trust is time. Trust is baby steps. Trust, and if somebody wants to go cheat, let them cheat. You can't like stop that. Don't be with them. Get rid of them. Like, that's my thing, is like, I never worry about anything like that. Have I been betrayed? Yeah, I've been betrayed. Am I with that person? No, I'm not with that person anymore. So it's really getting into the energy of trusting yourself first. You cannot trust another if you don't trust yourself. There's a great book called Radical Forgiveness. It's really awesome because it teaches you how you attract, and everything I teach actually too. This book is like, I wrote it. I was like, oh my God, this is such a good book. It's by Colin Tippin. So I would refer that to everybody. Obviously my book, Manifest Anything You Want in 30 Days. And I have 2 more books coming out. So anyways, trust is baby steps. So start trusting yourself, trust your decisions, get into feeling, feel it. Your feelings is your intuition. So if it feels right, it's right. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right. We've all had that. We all have those gut feelings where we don't listen to our gut feelings, and then our brain comes in and we're like, I wish I would have listened to that first decision, and we don't, and we screw it all up, right? Your intuition is number one. I teach intuition development. My course will be out here soon. Right now I'm doing the Magical New You. People have asked me if they could come in. We'll see. It is being recorded, so that will be released out there. Magical New You is a 6-week course. I also will be doing more intuitive you, channeling you, oracle card you. I mean, all kinds of stuff too. So make sure to check those out on Vicki-Miller.com. No matter where you're at, this is the year to trust your intuition and to grow your intuition. And if you do those things, if you let go of the baggage, put up the boundaries, the old stories, and you really step into this new moon of being the new authentic you and speaking that about, doing the new stories, doing the new things, being in the new energy of what you want, you're going to love this year. Can't stress that enough. This is just going to be an amazing year where you're just going to keep elevating, 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 elevating. delete the stuff that's fearful, delete the stuff that's negative, delete the people situations, like just delete. Even go on your Facebook, go on TikTok, whatever, just delete, 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 delete. Delete the past because this is opening up space for an amazing new time, new thing, new space. It's going to be magical. So I wish you guys all an amazing new moon and also the year of the snake. I will try to come on here more. I just uploaded some podcasts today too on Magical You Spotify. There's many different ways you can work with me. VIP healing days. I do my goddess retreats. I also do private goddess retreats and I go all over. And then obviously I'm doing my own in Sedona. People do ask me about, do I work with men? Yes, I work with men. I've just been working with women for many times. And in goddess retreats, women feel safe and secrets are revealed and we heal a shit ton, and it's just really awesome for that. But would I do a healing retreat? Yes, I do private healing retreats for couples or for people with men, and I know men are awakening up like crazy right now, so I do that. And I also do my VIP healing days, on top of everything else that I work with animals and horses and dogs. I do a lot, so go to my website and you'll see everything. Vicky-Miller.com. Have a magical year. Wishing you guys all the best. Remember, new stories. Create new life. Bye.